I just found one of my bottles that I've been wanting for a very long time. My bank account could get in trouble here. That is for sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at stop number 1. We are at Clayton Liquors here in South Jersey, in Clayton, New Jersey, right outside of Glassboro, Rowan University area, in the sticks of New Jersey. When I first graduated college, this place first opened up, and they had a lot of good things going. So I haven't been here since I graduated college. So let's go run inside and see what they've got to offer. All right, so we're inside Clayton Liquors. We've got nice long rows of nothing but bourbon and rye. And they also have a tasting room, which we'll check out and see what they've got to offer, which is right over here. Really gigantic offerings of what they offer for some nice pours. So we'll dive in to see what they've got back there. But first, let's check out their bourbon selection. All right, so we're starting off with some Angel's Envy. It's probably one of the better prices I've seen for it, $54.99, not too bad. Baker 7 at 7 years. Down over here, some Yellowstone, the Tin Cup, 10. Well, I've never heard of Elvis. Elvis Rye, straight rye whiskey, 90 proof. Got some Elvis Tennessee straight whiskey here, 90 proof as well. And some Elvis Midnight Snack, peanut butter, banana, and bacon flavored. That sounds very interesting. Probably super sweet. Back up over top here, we got some Smooth Ambler, the Contradiction, bourbon, and the rye for 40 bucks. Smooth Ambler, Old Scout, 7 years. This is 99 proof. Love the Old Scout stuff so much. We got some Michter's, Widow Jane, Paradigm Rye, some Few, Duke, Double Barrel Founders Reserve, Rye Whiskey finishing Grand Cru French Oak, just under 100 proof. We got the straight bourbon whiskey finishing Grand Cru French Oak, and then the bourbon distilled and blended in Kentucky, 5 years old. 4 Roses. Big boy bottle of the Knob Creek 9 for $77. Knob Creek 12. Single Barrel Reserve 9 year, 120 proof for $65. This is one that you don't see a lot here in Jersey, the Knob Creek 10 year rye. Some blackened. Big boy, another one that you don't really see, a Big Boy Woodford Reserve for $77. Some more King's Family Distilling bourbon. This one's just a straight bourbon, 107 proof here for this one. What's this one next to it? Get this out of the way so I don't knock anything or break anything. Tennessee Standard Blended Bourbon at 119.8 proof. One next to that one was the Ryconic Toasted thrice barreled rye whiskey at 108.2 proof. Then we had the Ryconic Rye, twice barreled straight rye whiskey, 6 years, 10 months. Twice barreled straight rye whiskey, 6 years, 3 months. Then we had Nearer Screen. This is, I think, their new offering, 84 proof, just like run of the mill stuff there. Then their rye whiskey at 100 proof at 60 bucks. Then their Uncle Nearest premium whiskey at 100 proof, not the rye. Blade and Bow. Benchmark stuff. Some good effing bourbon right there, right? Jefferson's. This is the Jefferson's Rye. Blend of straight rye whiskeys at 88 proof. That's so low. And their bourbon. Down over here, we've got the 1792 small batch and the bottled and bond. What is this next to it, though? The Most Righteous New York Straight Bourbon Whiskey, Catskill Distilling Company. What's this come in at? Let's see, proof or anything. It's so hard to see this label. I'm not even looking at that anymore. It's so hard to see that label. David Nicholson, 1843, 100 proof, 26 bucks. What is this stuff? This fine bourbon still possesses the outstanding character and quality established by the David Nicholson and Distillery Original 43 recipe. That's very interesting. Probably a no for me, though. Rittenhouse stuff down here. Elijah Craig. Ezra Brooks 99 proof cask finish series. Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey finished in port wine casks. Then you got chicken cock, some Fiddler stuff down here. You know, I haven't seen Fiddler a lot in Jersey. This is the toasted straight rye. What I will say is I've loved most Fiddler options, and seeing it in Jersey, I'm happy to see it. This is probably the second store I've seen this stuff in Jersey. They had the toasted rye, toasted bourbon, soloist straight bourbon whiskey, 100 proofer, and then their wheated bourbon. This one I think is a little bit lower in proof. Yeah, 92 proof for that one. Some Clyde Mays offerings. What's this? Let's see, 9-year, 113 proof Clyde Mays cask strength. What is this? Is it a distilled? So it's Canadian whiskey for that one right there. And we've got some old Ezra, High West. And then what's this hiding right here? B525, 126.2 proof, 11 years, 6 months. Haven't seen these in Jersey yet, so that's pretty cool to see. And then they also have a whole other aisle starting on this side. Really great offerings so far. So let's see what we've got to offer. We got some Eric LeGrand, Russell's Reserve stuff here. Basil Hayden, the toasted, the dark rye, the 10-year. Some Whistle Pig. What is this? Snout and Tail Whistle Pig, 10 years old, 88 proof. Straight bourbon whiskey, okay. Jack Daniels. Fenwick's New Salem straight bourbon. 96 proof. Single barrel. Interesting. We've got a Jack Daniels single barrel proof here at 128.7 proof. Maker's Mark. Donk Swinson. We've got some Laws. I haven't seen the Laws in Jersey in a while. They got the Laws Straight Bourbon Whiskey Experimental Barrel. It's 105 proof. San Luis Valley Straight Rye Whiskey. Laws 4-grain Straight Bourbon. Laws Henry Road Straight Malt Whiskey. And we've got some Heaven's Door 10-year. Heaven's Door Double Barrel Whiskey. Not my favorite thing in the world right there. This is a very interesting bottle. Stella Rosa Smooth Black Berry Flavored. Oh, we're in brandy. All right, so we'll hold that on the side there. Not brandy people here. Then we've got some Noah's Mills and Rowan's Creek, Wyoming Whiskey Company. Some Pinhook down over here. Koval, James E. Pepper stuff. Great selection so far. Really, really great. Let's go check out and see what they've got on the whiskey tasting room and see what they've got to offer there. But before we get over there, a couple people have said this right here, bottled upon Hazelbaker bourbon is really good, and so is the Rossville Union. You guys let me know in the comments below if I should probably pick these up. But nonetheless, we've got some Sagamore here as well, straight rye. Then the bottled in Bond Sagamore Spirit straight rye and a barrel strength straight rye whiskey. And then their Sagamore Spirits Distiller Select. What is this one? 98 proof American made straight rye whiskey finished in tequila barrels. Interesting. Very interesting. So like I said, they have a full tasting bar here. So let's see what they've got to offer that you could come in and taste. So, I don't know if they're selling all of this stuff here as well. But really awesome offerings. We got Old Forester single barrel rye here. There's 129 proof. Augusta Buckner's the 13 and the 10 year. Some bunch of Penelope offerings. New loose stuff. Joseph Magnus cigar blend down over there. You can come in and taste the blends if you've never done it. New Riff. Bourbon right here. Bunch of Starlight offerings. The Kings County, the Ryconic Toasted. Come in and taste. Barrel Bourbon Batch 36. You guys know I love that bottle. It's a great, great offering. Really hard to tell what's in this right here, but let's go around and see what we've got on the shelves here. Got some George Remus, Koval, Black Maple Hill. Used to be really good offerings. Asheville Barrel Company stuff. My Lemon Green. A bunch of barrel here. Looking at Willet here, 109.8 proof, the 4-year rye. Blue Run. The Bombergers. Bombergers and the Shanks. The Shanks for 124. It's a great price. There's this blue note here. That's the Cast Finish series. That's that crazy one again. Really crazy bottles. You don't see these bottles a lot. These are ones you just don't see all the time. OKI, bottled in bond. That's a cool one. One you don't see here a lot. What's this Remus? Remus, Babe Ruth. This is the Babe Ruth Reserve again. Look at these bottles. So dusty down there. That's barrel batch 31. Whoa, that's an old boy right there. What is this? I like the look of this bottle. This is a cool looking bottle right here. 291 barrel proof single barrel. Colorado bourbon finish with aspen wood staves. Barrel drips select. Very cool. $100 for that. That's a cool looking bottle. I mean, this is a crazy selection that they've got here for these offerings. This is nuts. Got the Calumet 12 up there, 15, 16. What is that? 15-year-old cash strength. I can't tell what that is. Rare Perfection. Really great offerings here. The George Dickel 17. Some Thomas S. More stuff. Kentucky Owl batch 11-year rye. Kentucky and then the Peerless stuff here. My bank account could get in trouble here. That is for sure. Really crazy offerings. So there you guys have it. That's Clayton Liquors here in Clayton, New Jersey. An absolute amazing selection with pretty darn good prices too, if you ask me. If you're ever in this area, definitely check it out. Check out the tasting room because I didn't ask about prices for any of that, but if it's based off of the prices per their bottle, the prices for the drinks, probably pretty darn cool, good too. I really wanted to pick up that barrel batch 32, but right now I'm looking for something new, not looking for something old. So let's hit store number 2 and see what they've got to offer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at spot number 2. We are at Bootleggers Liquor Store here in Glassboro, New Jersey. This used to be our go-to spot to get all of our kegs and cheap beer and cheap liquor back in the college days. But now that we are in the bourbon world, let's go see what their offerings are because those are a selection that we never looked at back in the day, and I'm excited to see what they have. So let's go run inside, see what they've got. All right, so here we are inside Bootleggers. See what they've got to offer on their main shelves here. We've got some Elijah Craig here, Maker's Mark, the good old Basil Hayden stuff. Woodford Double Oak, one that I haven't seen in a while on the shelves here for $63.99. Decent price. Still, for me, I wish Double Oak and the regular Woodford hit maybe 100 proof. 100 proof would be great for me. Jefferson stuff here. New Riff offerings. Michter's, Doc Swenson's is the Alter Ego, Solera Method, straight rye whiskey, this one here, 95 proof for $52.99. There's the old Penelope label. I haven't seen one of these labels in a very long time. There you go, a little 4 grain action, 80 proofer. Breckenridge stuff, what is this? Oh, a high proof Breckenridge. The Imperial Stout Cask, 114.7 proof, batch number 2. Breckenridge whiskey finished in Breckenridge Brewery barrel-aged beer barrels, a collab with our buddies at Breckenridge Brewery. Pretty cool. We got some Blue Rascal here, distillery, straight wheat whiskey, aged at least 3 years, 3.5 years. This is out of Hamilton, New Jersey, local. Some Dad's Hat stuff here. Redwood Empire, Uncle Nearest, Whistle Pig. We got Legion, Hogsworth and James E. Pepper, Bullet, Traveler, some Knob Creek and some Bardstown stuff here. You don't see the Bardstown under 40 bucks until right there. There you go, Bardstown Origin Series. They've got the U.S. Army 250th from the Green River. More Green River stuff here. Wild Turkey. Four Roses. Forester. Bibb and Tucker here. You got the double charred bourbon and then the classic 6. Just for me, I just don't see it's worth it. You got Fenwick, some Woodinville stuff, Rossville Union down here, Sazerac, Brothers Bond. But to be honest with you, I'm more excited about what their picks are up front. So let's go check that out. So there's an Eagle Rare pick. Wood Grain and Smoke. 70 bucks. Small batch. Here we go. You guys always are looking for one of these. A Weller Antique 107 pick. Wood Grain and Smoke. 170. Got a couple left. Knob Creek 12. Cast strength single barrel here. This one comes in at 121.5 proof. That almost 10 years old, 9 years old right there. Angel's Envy here. Got an Old Forester pick here coming in at 95 bucks. 130.6 proof. Warehouse J floor 6. Nice high floor there. All right, here you guys go. Like I always say, Elijah Craig single barrel, 40 bucks. 11-year-old. This is the 94 proof for Rickhouse T floor 5. That is your best bang for your buck single barrel for sure. And they also have a Buffalo Trace pick for $44.99 here as well. Now they also have a glass room that we're going to check out. It has some higher allocated stuff, so let's go see what that has to offer. So now we're inside their closet here. You got some really cool allocated bottles up here. Sinatra, the brand new Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Heritage, Toasted. Four Roses 2024 limited edition. Van Winkle Rye, Van Winkle 12-year, William LaRue Weller, Thomas H. Handy, a great Gatsby Reserve, some Barrel Seagrass, the Gold Box, Caribou Crossing here for 80 bucks. It's a good price. Well, a full proof, 12-year, 18 Knob Creek, Stag Junior. What batch is that? The 24D, so it's the newest one. We haven't seen anything after that one yet. Willet, Purple Top 8-year Wheat. Got a 7-year Green Top Rye. We got a 6-year Purple Top. And then an 8-year Green Top as well. Larceny, some barrel offerings. The Joseph Magnus. The Booker's 2025-01. We got the Shanks, the 2024. $139.98. Great price there. Some more stuff down over here. Heaven Hill, Bottled and Bond, Winter's Night Dram. Which batch is this one? Act 11, Scene 6. More foolproof and 12-year down here. Also pick 12. Farm Stock. Got the Goose Island, Bardstown Discovery 10. We'll have some fun bottles down there. Black Maple Hill as well. Decent allocation selection here for sure. Decent amount of the Thomas H. Handy, which I'm surprised that that's sitting at that price. But yeah, pretty good selection. So there you guys have it. That is Bootleggers here in Glassboro, New Jersey. A really nice selection. Some of their allocated offerings are hitting that secondary market. But it's not the traditional store secondary market where it's just astronomical prices. It's still what you're looking at on secondary, like on Facebook groups and things like that. That Weller Antique 107 pick, they had a whole barrel of that, and that has sold out like absolute hotcakes at 160 bucks. A little steep for me. I know it's probably a little steep for a lot of you, but if you're looking for one and have been wanting one, it's here. So come on and grab it while supplies last. Didn't pick up anything there. Nothing really stood out to me. I have a lot of those picks and things like that, so I didn't really need another one. So next up, we've got two more spots that we're going to try and hit up. We're going to try and hit up Tomar's as well as Banache. So we've got two more spots. I'll go see you guys at the next one. All right, so we're inside Tomar's. Not the largest selection, but a decent selection for what they've got to offer. So here we go. Let's see what they've got. We'll start over here. Looking at all of the 2XO offerings here, the Sneakerhead, the Kauai blend, the Tribute blend, the Vinyl blend, the American Oak, the 2XO Gem of Kentucky here is a cheap bottle at $180 for barrel number 72. Got some blackened here. Haven't seen these in a long time, as well as the next one's followed by the Stellum Bourbon and the Rye. $80, $80, and then 45 for this Stellum. 45 for this one as well. Looking at the Garrison Bros up next as well, followed by the Calumet Farms, the 16 and the 10. This blend is the blend of, for their small batch, we're looking at 15-year-old and 8-year-old blend at 86 proof as well for this small batch blend. Next up, Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend, 170, great price, as well as Joseph Magnus, Murray Club, and Fox and Odin. This is the double oaked straight bourbon. This is batch number 3, as well as their Craft American Whiskey straight bourbon, batch 18. Next up, we're looking at the Baumburgers and the Shanks, the 2025 releases for both of those, as well as some Penelope Rosé cask, Redwood Empire stuff here. New Pipe Dream label as well for that there. Screaming Titan, Devil's Tower, Van Duzen, and Foggy Burl. And we're looking at 134 for batch 11 of the Kentucky Owl straight bourbon, Wiseman's bourbon. Francis James is a local distiller here in Jersey. Smoke Wagon stuff here. Angel's Envy. Is this the? No, it's not. I thought that was going to be the bottle and bond cast strength. Really great offerings here for what they've got. Jaywalk Rye, single barrel rye, 114.2 proof, heirloom rye. It's an interesting, cool looking bottle there. Templeton Rye, some more ryes down here. Willet, Green Top, the 4-year. James E. Pepper. High West stuff, the Boo Rye for 114. Midwinter's Night Dram, Rare Character. There's another Amberana. New Riff stuff, the Balboa Rye. Everybody's telling me to get that one. I just don't know about it. I don't know. Sazerac Rye down here. Larceny B524. Let's see what they've got over here to offer. These are single barrel bottles. Starlight stuff. They got a Larceny pick. Mount Creek Cast Strength Kentucky single barrel rye whiskey, 114.6 proof. This one's almost just over 6 years. I haven't seen a single barrel rye. That's pretty darn cool. Got Uncle Nearest and Larceny. Next up, they've got a whole nother shelf section here, so let's see what they've got on this one. Got the Peerless Double Oaked Bourbon, the Peerless Toasted Bourbon, the High Rye Bourbon, Anchorage marked limited release. There's the High Rye Bourbon for this one, and then regular Ben Holiday stuff, Wild Turkey Rare Breed Rye and Bourbon. These ones apparently are being discontinued, so if I were you, I'd get out there and pick these up. Looking at the Wild Turkey 101. Wild Turkey 101 8-year for $44.99. Amazing price there for sure. Knob Creek 9, 7, 10 rye. The 12-year, the 18-year at $159. A couple bucks cheaper here than it was over at Bootleggers. Next up, we're looking at Jefferson's Reserve. John J. Bowman single barrel here for $59. That's a steal. A lot of you guys like these Hemingway ryes. This one is, let's see. So for this Hemingway rye, we're looking at 51% proof, 102 proof, 90% 95.5 rye, and 10% 95.5 Kentucky rye. A blend of straight rye whiskeys finished in rum-seasoned Oloroso sherry casks. That's pretty cool. Next up, Cream of Kentucky here. This is their cask strength bourbon. Widow Jane stuff. Some more Michter's. It's the Lux Road Distillers. What is this? The 4-grain mash bill. Double single barrel, wheated barrel number, and then rye barrel number. Interesting. Very cool. I've never seen this before. 4-grain mash. Got the Yellowstone 2024 limited release. Got the cabinet barrel proof here. Frank August, some Remus Repeal. This is the 8, and this is the 7. I thought that these are always 100 proof. This one's 100 proof, and then the 7 was 101. Interesting. Didn't know they changed that for that year. Next up, we've got some Ragged Branch, as well as the Dancing Panda stuff. You guys know I love that stuff. Davies County stuff. Nelson Bros. Woodinville RD1. Next up down here, we're looking at the Sagamore Double Oaked. Some full proof, bottled and bond stuff. Smooth Ambler down over there. Old Overholt bottled and bond. Next up, Blue Note stuff here. And then look at what I'm finding here on the bottom. One of my favorites of this year so far, the 2025 Straight Rye finished in honey casks. Absolutely delicious bottle right there. And then some Middle West stuff. Haven't seen this in Jersey really ever. Bourbon, straight wheated bourbon whiskey. Michelin Reserve, 95 proof. As well as this guy here, Columbus, Ohio, straight wheat whiskey. Next up, we got the Old Forester Rye. Single barrel, 128.2 proof, warehouse aged floor 3. I don't think that's the 55. No, that's not the 55. If it was, I was snagging it for sure. But Old Forester stuff here. Followed by, we'll take a little peek over here. Some Jack Daniels, the toasted barrel here. I don't see a price on it, but I would imagine it's probably around $70. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize I had this whole section here, too. Okay. All right, let's get going. We've got the Old Elk Cigar Cut, Port Cask Finish, Armagnac Cask Finish, and Cognac Finish, and the Wheated Bourbon. Next up, we've got the barrel offerings here, the Vantage Dovetail Seagrass, and the Amberana Finish. I know a lot of you guys like that one. That was probably my favorite Amberana finish of the year so far. Elijah Craig Stout, the 18-year. This is the B524, the toasted rye and bourbon, both at $55. Great price for sure on those. Move our way down over here. We've got the Old Grandad 114, followed by the Old Grandad 16-year 189. You usually see it for around 200. That's a great price for sure. Four Roses. Maker's Mark stuff. Move it way back up here. Again, more of the Jack Daniels toasted. It's shelf available. It's shelf available. Single barrel bourbon at 136.4 proof, and then the single barrel rye at 132.1. So absolutely great selection here at Tomar's Discount Liquor. 100% recommend coming in here and checking it out. So I don't know how they were able to cram all of those bottles into that tiny store, but Tomar's Discount Liquor in Sewell, absolutely great spot to go check out and just be overwhelmed with the selection that they have to offer for the size of the store. Incredible bottles, great prices, 100% through and through. Just nothing new that I really wanted to pick up and acquire for myself. Now I know a lot of those bottles in there, a lot of you guys are looking for, so make sure you guys swing by here and check out and pick up anything that you are interested in. I think they do an end of the year bottle raffle and things like that. That's just too far for me to worry about picking up single barrels and things like that to come down here for a possibility of winning a raffle. But nonetheless, any of you guys in this area, if you haven't checked it out, 100% do so. But our last and final stop, hopefully we can record inside. Gosh, that truck is loud. Let's go check out Banache, and I don't even know what town it's in, but let's go check out Banache Liquors. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to our final stop of this bourbon hunting extravaganza. We have made it to Banache Liquors here in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. It's a spot that a lot of people have told me to go check out and see what they have to offer because they've got a decent selection. We're right here on a crazy highway, so let's go run inside and see what they've got to offer. All right, so we're inside Banache. Let's start over here and see what they've got to offer. All right, first things first, we're looking at Booker's the 2401 release, some Bardstown offerings here, Green River. This is the 1880. This is their bottle. This is like $21.99. I haven't seen this in Jersey yet. 1885 bourbon. It's coming in at 85 proof. This is their like low budget, just bottom shelf offering. Haven't seen that yet. Happy to see that finally. That is very interesting. Next up on this side of the aisle, we've got the 2024-02, 2501. We've got the Barrel Mizunara here, 6-year. We've got the Amberana. Now we've got the Whiskey Delback. These are out of Arizona, I believe. This one is finished in Spanish sherry casks for 87. And then this is the Ode to Isla. This one is finished in rye barrels. Very interesting. Whiskey Delback. You don't see that in Jersey much. A couple Nulu offerings here. Bunch of Nulu offerings, actually. All right, next up. Looking over here. We've got some James E. Pepper. The Yellowstone offerings. The 100 proof toasted is really good. This is their rum cask at 100 proof. Hogsworth, Heaven's Doors, Pinhook offerings, Baker's, Peerless, Elijah Craig stuff. So many bottles, holy cow. Nelson Bros, Bowman Bros, Amador, Benchmark down over here. Here's J.W. Dent. This is the first bottle of J.W. Dent I have ever seen in Jersey. There you guys go. I was completely wrong on that bottle. What we got here? We've got the very old Barton, the 80 proofer. Bernheim, stuff like that down over there. Over here, some more Blue Note, 85 bucks for that one. Old Elk, Murray Hill, Joseph Magnus, Fortuna. Titanium light whiskey, 62.5 proof for 80 bucks. Kings County Distillery. Hirsch bottles, the Bivouac. I don't think I'm saying that right. The Horizon, and then a single barrel for 82 bucks. What's this one? So we're looking at 70% 4-year, 30% 5-year. Barrel bourbon, batch 34. Lucky 7, the Frenchman. Haven't seen that one for a while. Knob Creek stuff. This is an insane selection. Look at all this. So many bottles. Jimmy Red stuff here. The classic and the bottled and bond. Old Granddad Bonded down there. The old Granddad 114. Turkey stuff. The 8-year for 41. It's cheaper than the other spot. Penelope, Boone County. Wathan's Barrel Proof. I don't know what that is. Kentucky Straight Bourbon. 119, 111 proof. The OKI Straight Rye bottled and bond there. It's more High West. Rocktown. Sorry. 2XO, barrel number 71. Some more pinhooks there. High West. Blue Note Cast Finish Series here. Breckenridge Whiskey distilled from malt mash. 15 stars. Hidden Barn stuff. There's the organic weeded straight bourbon for 85. And the Kentucky Straight Bourbon. It's the 7-year for 95. Smoke wagon stuff. Penelope offerings. Milam Green. Smooth Ambler, the Founders Cast series here. 8-year-old for $60. Watershed Distillery, 55. This one is coming in at 129 proof, batch 6. And they're bottled in bond down here as well. This is the new Penelope cocktail here. This is the Black Walnut Old Fashioned, ready to pour, straight bourbon, straight rye whiskey, walnut bitters, and vanilla demerara. 38%. So there you guys have it. That's been Notch Liquors. Like everybody has told me, they've got an absolutely incredible whiskey selection with decent store picks and things like that. Prices were absolutely fantastic in my personal opinion. Again, we didn't pick anything up out of there, but we did not end today empty-handed. No. Earlier today, we stopped over at Circle Liquors, and we picked up a Blanton's Gold store pick for $164.19. Absolutely very excited to dive into this bottle. Can't wait to see what this bottle has to offer. As you guys know, I had one bottle of Blanton's Gold from Portugal or France, wherever my buddy Andrew went and picked up a bottle of it. It's a 700 milliliter bottle. This is a store pick 750 milliliter bottle. It's going to last me a little bit longer, hopefully, and I'm super stoked to dive into this one. Make sure you guys drop that like. Leave a comment down below what bottle out of any of these stores you would have picked up. And make sure you guys smash that subscribe button. Lets me know you enjoy these hunt videos. But until next time, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.